Picture this. It's pitch black. You're lying on the ground. No walls, no door, no lock. And somewhere out there in the dark is something with very large teeth that considers you dinner. Welcome to bedtime, for most of human history. Today, the scariest thing about going to sleep is your phone battery hitting 1%. For early humans, sleep was the single most dangerous thing they did all day. Because when you're asleep, you're blind, deaf, and defenseless. You're basically a snack that snores. And yet, somehow, they survived. Night after night, for hundreds of thousands of years. So how did they do it? Let's start with the obvious problem. The dark. At night, early humans lost their single best weapon. Their eyes. Humans are day creatures. Our vision is fantastic in daylight and borderline useless at night. Meanwhile, the things that wanted to eat us, big cats, hyenas, the occasional bear with a grudge, could see perfectly fine in the dark. So for our ancestors, sundown wasn't cozy. Sundown was when the menu opened, and they were on it. Which brings us to the first great invention that changed everything. Fire. Fire was a total game changer, and not just for cooking. Fire did something no weapon could. It pushed the darkness back. A fire gave early humans light. It gave them warmth. It gave them a force field. Because almost every predator on Earth is terrified of fire. So picture the scene. A small group huddled around a fire, the flames snapping, a ring of light holding back a wall of darkness full of hungry eyes. That fire wasn't just comfort. It was a security system, a heater, and a night light, all in one. But a fire only works if someone keeps it alive. And that leads to the second survival trick. Do not sleep alone. A single human sleeping alone in the wild is, to put it kindly, a terrible idea. But a group? A group changes the math entirely. There's safety in numbers, and it's not just about having more people to fight. It's about having more eyes. When you sleep in a group, not everyone is unconscious at the same time. Somebody rolls over, somebody coughs, somebody gets up to deal with the fire. Scientists studying modern groups who still live this way notice something remarkable. Within a group, people naturally fall asleep and wake up at slightly different times. The older members tend to wake earlier. The younger ones stay up later. Nobody plans it. It just happens. The result? At almost any hour of the night, at least one person in the group is awake, which means the group had a natural, round-the-clock alarm system, without anyone ever volunteering for the night shift. Evolution basically installed a security rota and forgot to tell anyone. Now, where you slept mattered too. And early humans were pickier than you'd think. A good sleeping spot was real estate, and location was everything. High ground was popular. Caves were prime property, because a cave has walls, and walls mean a predator can only come at you from one direction. Some early humans built raised platforms or slept in trees. The goal was simple: reduce the number of directions death could come from. A cave with one entrance and a fire at the mouth of it? For the Stone Age, that was a penthouse suite. But here's the part that might surprise you the most. Even with fire, even in a group, early humans did not sleep like we do. We think of sleep as one long, solid block. For most of history, that's not how it worked at all. Their sleep was lighter, and it was broken. They woke up often, and that wasn't a bug. It was a feature. A light sleeper wakes up when a twig snaps. A deep sleeper becomes breakfast. So waking easily kept you alive. For a huge chunk of human history, people slept in 2 shifts. They'd sleep for a few hours, wake up in the middle of the night for an hour or so, and then go back to sleep until morning. During that middle-of-the-night window, they'd tend the fire, keep watch, or just sit quietly. If you've ever woken up at 3 in the morning, wide awake for no reason, that might just be an ancient instinct that never got the memo that the lions are gone. So let's put the whole picture together. As the sun goes down, a small group gathers. They pick a defensible spot, high ground, or a cave. They build a fire and keep it burning. They sleep close together, sharing warmth and safety. They doze lightly, waking at every strange sound. Someone is always awake, watching the dark. It wasn't comfortable. It wasn't 8 hours on a memory foam mattress. But it worked. Every single one of your ancestors, going back hundreds of thousands of years, survived every night of their lives, which means you are the descendant of the world's best light sleepers. The heavy sleepers, unfortunately, didn't make it to the family tree. So tonight, when you climb into a soft bed, behind a locked door, and not a single predator in sight, take a second to appreciate it. A good night's sleep wasn't relaxing. It was a battle you had to win, quietly, in the dark, every single night.